There was a time not that long ago that I felt the need to hold on to all this little knick-knack stuff, but now I can freely let the whole bin go. It is that time of the week again. It is time to declutter another section in this hoarded basement. And we've definitely made some progress this summer and now going into fall. And we changed course a little bit. We decided to start digging out in this back area because last year Tyler really wanted this to be a play area for him for Christmas 2021. And I thought, well, we better get started. Christmas is going to be here before we know it. So this is where we're going to focus on, and we're going to continue to chop away at it. And for this episode, we're going to be focusing on this area right here. So let's start digging and decluttering. Now, to get started, to avoid feeling really overwhelmed by the amount of stuff there is, I start with the easiest decision I can make. And that's probably going to be this box and what's inside of this box. So inside of here is, this is real easy tossy-tossy. It's a great way to get started. We can let go of this, probably from last Christmas. We can definitely let this go. And then right underneath of that, it looks like there's plastic bags inside of a plastic bag. So most likely what happened was that I had gathered them and meant to take them to the little recycling bin at ShopRite, but just never had a chance. Well, we're making sure that these plastic bags are going to be recycled today. Now, everything in this green bin fell, and luckily nothing was broken, but guess what? I feel good letting this go. The decluttering momentum has started and we can let it go. So now let's move this box onto the floor. That way I'm not knocking more things onto the ground. Plus it'll be easier for us to sort through it. Now I can see right here some more plastic bags, right? Easy tossy-tossy. It is out of here. And now here is a Christmas box that I use to put gifts for Tyler every year, so we will save that. But the plastic bags next to it, they're totally out of here, tossy-tossy. But the ice cream little toy is one of Tyler's favorites. So we will definitely make sure that we will keep it for him to play with once we get this playroom ready to go. And everything else that is in this box, we can let go of, especially the tissue paper. I have such a hoard of tissue paper, but we can absolutely recycle it. And underneath of that is this 3-tier organizational bin. Now it's empty at the moment, but I am going to keep it until we get to the organizing part in this little play area. It is missing the wheel, but I guarantee you the wheel is probably somewhere in this mess. But for now, I'm just going to hold on to it until we get to the organization. If I don't need it at that point, then we can let it go. Next, let's move on to this little gray bin. And it definitely looks like there's a lot of odds and ends in here. Like paper, we can definitely recycle. We don't need to hold on to this. And I don't know why I used to hold on to tags and all these things, but actually everything in here kind of looks like it's a tossy-tossy. It doesn't look like we need to hold on to it, which is crazy because I always loved the knick-knack, Chotsky, little junky stuff. It brought me comfort. It told a story. It was just fun. But I'm definitely at the point where we can let everything in here go. But I do have to share one of my little frugal tips that I used to do when the boys were in preschool. I used to take clothing tags of the characters or like on fruit snack boxes, and they would have like the superheroes and stuff. And I would have the boys cut them up, paste them onto pieces of paper, and make these little collages when they were like 3 and 4. And it was kind of like my frugal at home arts and craft projects. Now, I'm not going to hold on to this stuff now. Obviously, they're not going to do it. But I just wanted to share some of my past frugal activities that I used to love doing. Now, as I go for this white box, I almost knocked down and lost Bodie. That is Tyler's #1 favorite toy down here. And that sometimes happens. That sometimes happens when you declutter with hoarding disorder. Things are going to fall. Now, this box right here, I know I need to let it go, Believe it or not, it was my box at my parents' house that I used to store my room's Christmas decorations when I was in high school. And I have a weird attachment to it. And I know that it's time. I know in my heart that I am strong enough to finally let this box go. And underneath that box is a bin of books and random toys. And yes, we're going to let go of the third turbo snail kit that we found in this basement. With hoarding disorder, I would have multiples of the same things, especially because I used to watch 2 other boys and I would have 4 of the same things for all of my boys. Now this, we're going to let that go. And a lot of these workbooks are from 1st grade. And my baby, my Tyler, is already in 4th grade. I know, that just went so fast for me. But it's time to let them go. Tyler's not going to do 1st grade and kindergarten and preschool workbooks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on my Facebook Townsgiving page and let another mama let them use them for their little one. Now let's move Bodhi to the side so we can see what is in this green bin over here. And this little ice cream plushie, I'm going to ask the boys if we can let this go. I'm sure they'll say yes, but I want to ask them first. And of course, these mailers, we don't need to keep them. We will also recycle them as best as we can. And in this green tub is, kids' backpacks. Oh, this is probably their backpacks from probably preschool till about like 3rd grade. And I am very deeply emotionally attached to the backpacks. I haven't worked through those emotions yet. And to be successful, I feel like I'm going to hold on to them. Why? Because you have to look at the mental disorder behind it. I feel like I'm going to have a full-blown panic attack if I let it go now. So I'm not ready, but that's okay. One day in the future, I will be ready. So for now, we just make sure that that bin is labeled and we'll store it properly. And now that my anxiety is completely calm because I'm keeping the bin, I can keep going and recycle this box. We don't need to keep this. This is a tossy. We can let this go. Same with this coloring book. I feel like we had so many coloring books, but the kids never colored through them all. So we can actually let that go too. And that's how I've been successful in healing in my hoarding disorder. Only letting go of things that I am ready to let go of. Now, let me show you this right here. This is the back of the wooden toy chest. And yes, there is mold on it, because we used to get rain in the basement all the time, especially in August because we had a ton of rain that month. Now recently, we did get new gutters, and post new gutters, we had a really bad rainstorm. I mean, it was pouring inches of rain. And I'm happy to say that we had no rain in the basement. So I think the issue was the gutters. So now our focus is going to be on cleaning up any of the mold and also keeping the basement dry. Now that that mold is gone, I can continue cleaning the mess behind it. And guess what? We can let all of this go. It's all tossy. I feel good. This is why we're successful. I kept the things that meant something to me to keep my anxiety calm, which kept me strong to keep decluttering the things that feel right in my heart. I don't have to stop. I don't have to calm myself down. I feel strong. Everything here we can let go of. And in the buffalo plaid bag is a hanger that we can recycle. More plastic bags? Oh my gosh, this is from Christmas last year. Okay, this is just random stuff. And can you believe I found brand new matte top coat? Yeah, I know. I bought that around Christmas last year and forgot all about it. Plastic bags we can recycle. Hanger, we can let that go. Shirt, we can absolutely let that go too. And tissue paper. Now, I'm going to let go of the tissue paper too. There's really no sense of me holding on to all this stuff. But look what I found. More brand new things. Plugs, okay. A brand new cookie tin from Christmas last year that was gifted to me. Okay, we're using it this year. I can believe that I brought the bag down here thinking that I'm going to go through everything later in like the next day or two. And nope, I forget about it. It gets lost because in my world of ADHD, I'm constantly going to the next thing that is in front of my face. So when things are put away in the basement, I forget about them until I do a basement clean out. But we're tackling it now, like this candy from last year and all this. All of this stuff is leaving today. And guess what we found? The broken wheel to that 3-drawer organizer. Woohoo! I knew we were gonna find it. And these Christmas bows, we can use them for this year, so I'll put them with all the Christmas stuff. Now let's move on to the brand new toys in this bag because there's a story behind it. The beginning of the year, I had a lady drop off bags and bags of toys to my house. And she wanted me to give it to my kids and my friends' kids and nieces and nephews. And she so happily gave it to me. And I couldn't say no. It's kind of the people pleaser in me. And I am working on that. But I didn't have the heart to say no at the time because she was so happy to gift this to me. Now, in the beginning of the year, I did give more than half of these toys away on my Facebook Towns giving page. I had people to confirm that too, that I gave it to, because some of them reached out and was like, my God, you got a lot of hoarded toys. And I was like, no, these were dropped off to me. But I did keep some of the toys because it was a blessing, because I do want to give them as Christmas presents for my nieces, my nephews, my friends' kids, and for charities who are collecting toys. I do want to do that, and I want to create a video on shopping my hoarded stash. So I think what I'll do for now is I will take the toys, I will put them in this one box so I know exactly where it's at. That way, when we're ready to create that video in less than 2 months, holy moly, oh my gosh, like a little over a month, I'll know exactly where the toys are. And now I finally get to show you that big old Tossyssy Pile that is getting out of our basement this week. Most of this is going to be recycled or given away. And I always show the Tossyssy Pile because it kind of reinforces myself to be like, look, you did it. You let another big pile of stuff leave the basement, things that I used to hold on to. And these are the strategies that we have to use as people recovering or extremely sentimentally attached to items. We have to do it a little different. We have to declutter in smaller sections at a time. We have to let go of what feels right in our heart emotionally. That way, we're preventing those panic attacks. That way, we're avoiding going into a deep depression. We go at our own pace that feels comfortable for us. Look, I've been decluttering this house for 3 years now. There's still a ton of stuff in it, but look at how far we came. It is okay. My favorite saying is, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with just one step. Because look at how far we have come, so that all the members of this family household can enjoy the house and the open spaces. Because look at what we did. We opened up another big space in this basement. Guess what? We're definitely going to have this area cleaned out way before Christmas. We're totally going to have a play area for Tyler and have his tree. And I'm excited for him, because I don't think it's going to take that many more episodes to really clear this section out. I'm here to tell you that you can heal in your hoarding disorder, and it feels good when you reach these accomplishments. I promise you, we are all here to cheer you on. You can indeed heal in your hoarding disorder and start to enjoy the open spaces in your home.